The name, title, the whole shebang bang. I mean, it was not pulling it up. And now it's looking like we're not pulling it up again. So where we live at? Anyway, we're live. Welcome to Clutch Sports Media. And it's still Sean Friday night. Yeah, that shows no good thumbnail, but y'all see it. All right. There it is right there. So I'm testing 1, 2, 1, 2. Thank you. I'm supposed to have my new thumbnail up there, but here it is. Quarterback Purgatory 2026. We got it. 4 names that we're going to discuss tonight. 4 of them, well, this morning. Okay. 4 to talk about. Yes. Quarterback Purgatory. All right. Now, so this is all right. We let y'all come through the door, man. Come on. Bring some more people up in the room, man. Let's get to it. You know, we got time. Let's just get started. Welcome to Clutch Sports Media 365. It's like the late night blitz. It's the Saturday edition. It is what it is. Tonight we're going to be talking about quarterback purgatory, guys, for 2026. Tonight, in the world where quarterbacks are assets no one wants to cash in, Kirk Cousins is the expensive guy. No one wants to sign outright, but no one wants to cut. Yeah, they're cutting, but no one wants to cut. Deshaun Watson is rehabbing toward maybe playing again, but it's no guarantee. He is the answer in Cleveland. Kyler Murray is question mark central in Arizona. No coach, no clarity, huge contract, and Tua with Miami closing on that chapter. So that's what we're looking at. These 4 on your screen tonight, making an easy case for, I guess, fresh starts at the position. We talked about them Thursday and a little bit last night, Friday. But an expensive guy, a rehab, and a question mark, and even Miami end of Tua, which is not a good thing when people lose their job. But guys, let's just say, you know, you know how this story goes. You don't play well, you cost too much. New product comes out, the next best thing is here. So again, we start with Atlanta. supposedly releasing Cousins this offseason, but it's not official yet. It's more like the Falcons are dangling him while figuring out if they want to eat almost 70 million in guarantees if he's still on the roster past March. And the date we had was March 15th. So Cousins could and should be cut loose to ensure that $68.5 million is saved that they're trying to keep, which expensive. So they already benched him for Michael Penix Jr. So Cousins is basically the highest paid backup in football right now. I don't think nobody wants to pay for a high paid backup. Just saying. So Cousins is basically your backup with a little messiness involved in this situation because damn, he played towards the end like played good. But the buzz about a potential release or a rework deal not confirmed, no confirmed destination. Yet he's not officially cut, just in limbo. And teams aren't leaping out their chairs to take on that contract. That's going to be a theme of a lot of these guys on this purgatory list. They're not going anywhere. Okay, we got Kirk, and Kirk is going to cost a little too much. So teams are like, you know what? I'm not jumping out the window figure for this one at all. So Kirk Cousins would be one of those names. First one exactly at that. That's going to be on our list tonight. So the buzz about a potential release or a reworked deal with Cousins now confirmed. No point. No destination yet, neither. But there's been plenty that's been floated around there, as far as Cousins goes. Now there is a buzz about the potential release for Cousins. Now I want you to take this right. It's less Kirk. It's excuse me. It's less Kirk hits the off open market and more a very expensive question mark waiting for someone to say yes. So there's a couple teams that need a quarterback. Let's just say they've marked the price up too high, and I don't think nobody's going to buy on Kirk. No, I don't think nobody buying on Kirk. Then we get to number two. Now this one is this is a bit interesting. And we started talking about this, and that's why we're down this rabbit hole, is because Deshaun Watson, rehab uncertainty, and a quarterback competition potentially brewing on the horizon. Potentially. What'd you say, Jay? Golly gee willikers, guys. Here it is. The Watson has been hurt far more than he's been available. That's the problem. He had the worstest contract, worse than the other guy on the side of him. This is going to be a theme of this topic as well when we get to it. Listen, it's going to be an ongoing thing. Pay the guy, pay him, pay him, pay him, pay him, pay him. Now let's kick the can down the road. Kick it. Deshaun Watson, guys, two Achilles tears, major rehab setbacks, and he hasn't been on the field consistently in years. The Browns recently opened the 21-day practice window, meaning he's edging closer to some kind of return. They also have a younger option and could go in a different direction. Watson isn't guaranteed the job if he returns. Now, that's kind of crazy to say, right? What you gonna do with the money? Kyler Murray. But no, well, Watson's future in Cleveland isn't a certainty anymore. It's a rehab contest with major roster implications. So it's not even, oh, he's a necessary lock. It could be something totally different in Cleveland, especially with a new coach. He has to bring a new system in, and we're going to get to all of that drama. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Kyler Murray, cards, quarters, and head coach chaos. Now they have no coach. They fired Jonathan Gannon. He is now on to Green Bay as a DC. So Kyler is just collecting a check. I wish I could collect a check. Just sit there and collect the check. Just sit there and collect. Why not? Kyler hasn't played much recently due to that injury. Now we all know about the injury, alleged injuries, because it was a foot. At one time, it was a foot. Then he was supposed to come back and play, and it did not happen. And I'm wondering, do they got the crazy harebrained scheme to try and keep Jacoby Brissett and run it? And what did we see? What did we see? Well, we seen it. So there's no new head coach yet. And any incoming head coach or GM could flip the quarterback script immediately, meaning they could come in and say, you know what, we don't want this. We don't want this. And the Cardinals are holding on to a big contract with a quarterback who hasn't stayed healthy and hasn't hit a new gear. Yeah, that's a problem. So he hasn't stayed healthy, hasn't really panned out for what they're looking for, and they're stuck in a contract. It's easy just to fire a coach. And hard to get up out these contracts with these quarterbacks these days. Just saying. Then we got Tua, the end of an era. Doc. They should have the Boys of Men song playing right now. The end of the road. Tua, Tua Tagovailoa. This one is the saddest quarterback art arc in the bunch. Let's say a prayer for Tua. Let's keep it real with Tua. Let's say a prayer for Tua, guys. Hold up. All right, now Tua went from preseason hero to benching and uncertainty, and Miami has openly figured he might not be part of their long-term puzzle. It seems to be another theme amongst these people right here that guys, you are having heroes and then turning into benching players, aging vets, or just nothing. Trading him is messy because of the massive contract dead cap hit. It's one of the biggest hurdles in recent NFL history for a quarterback move. Yet, the realistic feeling, just sometimes around the league is Miami might pursue a fresh start, meaning Tua could be gone or in a diminished role next year. So either way it goes, I don't think he's going to be there. I don't think he's I don't think he's going to be there. My take is it feels like the end of Tua and the Dolphins era, unless Miami gets wildly creative. This is more destructive cap Matt than romance. So tonight, guys, again, in the world where quarterback Quarterbacks are assets. No one wants to cash in. Tonight, no one wants to cash in. Kirk Cousins is the expensive guy no one wants to sign outright, but no one cut yet. Deshaun Watson is rehabbing towards maybe playing again, but it's no guarantee he's the answer in Cleveland. Kyler Murray, a question mark. Central in Arizona. No coach, no clarity. Huge damn contract. And Tua, Miami might be closing that chapter. So this is quarterbacks in limbo. Cousins cut loose, Watson rehab, run roulette, and Murray's fate and Tua's. Well, Tua's gone. No sugarcoating this chaos on repeat at the interim fails most important position. Now stack let's talk about some stats. Let's get to that part, right? Because I know, listen, Cousins is the most expensive one to try and get rid of right now. Not really, but you can definitely feel that pain up there in that contract. Now, Kirk Cousins, the man built like a contract problem. 2025 performance, he was 17-21 with yards, 10 touchdowns, 5 interceptions in 10 games, 8 starts. Now he's ranked 37th in EPA per dropback. Not exactly legacy builder stuff. Nah. He signed a 4-year, $180 million deal with about 100 million guaranteed back in 2024. Falcons have reworked 2026 salary from 35 million to minus, or no, they broke it down to 2.1 million to make a off-season release cap friendly and push the huge money into 2027. Now, the dead money on release can be managed as post June 1 designation 22.5. This is why you shouldn't be signing these big ass dumbass contracts, giving them out like they're Skittles or candy, just handing them out 4 years, $180 million with about 100 million guaranteed. And you wonder why Morris got the axe in the can and Fontenot got the can. You bring in Cousins, he's a bridge at best, a bridge over troubled water for you. Yeah, you try. You pay him, and it doesn't pan out. It doesn't pay out. Now, there's a rumored landing spot surrounding Cousins. We have rumors. Backup bridge roles possible on teams with injury risk like the Jets, Dolphins, Cards. They have been floated in the rumor mill. Pass Buzz linked him to a potential Browns veteran plan B if Deshaun is too long out. When I was digging into that, and I was like, wait a minute. Stefanski is trying to get rid of him now. Don wouldn't have thought he would have went there. Realistically, he's more of a mentor insurance than a franchise fix at this point. So Kurt is just going someplace just to bridge the gap. Makes sense for Vegas, Arizona, because they don't know what they're planning on doing. The Jets, who are in hell right now. Skeptical angle to push, right? If your goal is a solid starter, Cousins isn't it anymore. He's a very expensive backup mentor who only makes sense where quarterback depth is horrific. Cousins doesn't float the boats. The Deshaun Watson rehab gamble. No, or futile rides. Hmm. What did we think about Deshaun Watson? It's one of those things, guys. Over 2024, 2025 combined, Watson barely played due to two Achilles ruptures. Missed almost the entire stretch. Did When he did play in 2024, he was 1148 in yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions before the injury. So not too bad, but not enough to. It's not enough to. It's not enough to talk about. It really isn't, guys. He did play in 2024. He had a 5-year contract for 230 million, fully guaranteed. One of the most brutal contracts to move in the league. Like, period, point blank. Are you serious? Yes, they're serious. They're like, wait a minute, Jay. You can't be serious. I'm dead serious. All right. So the Browns are opened the 21-day practice window, but he didn't stick. He didn't stick. He'll finish the season on reserve participation on the pup list. Reports that he's unlikely to play in 2025. Now, Watson definitely. So that's why they're trying to get him out. Like they're trying to get up out of that that purgatory with this guy. Now, the hard trade due to a cap hit. So any team would have to absorb contract and hope rehab sticks as a big ask. Bridge option for teams that value veteran polish while grooming young QBs, Bears, Commanders, Steelers. Nah, none of them I don't think are going to be in a Deshaun Watson market to take him. I highly doubt it. I really do. I'm serious. I highly doubt that he does. Babe, what's this? I highly doubt that he does go someplace else. Because who wants to absorb this contract when Cleveland doesn't even want the contract? Now that's the crazy part. That is the part. That part. You know what they say? That part. That part. It's hard. It's hard out here for Deshaun. Watson isn't bouncing back to his pre-injury top tier self. Even if he gets back on the field, he's a health gamble with a massive cap. That's one. That's definitely not easy to get out of. Then we got Kyler Murray. Cardinals wild card or franchise demolition, right? So a 5-year, $230 million deal with significant guarantees, 36.8 in 2026. That's Kyler Murray payday. He was a healthy risk. He missed games with a foot injury. Cardinals turned to Jacoby Brissett. Murray's contract, the footprint is huge. Tough to trade unless someone really covers his scheme fit. Now, you're not just going to get rid of Kyler. It's not. Potential landing spots for Kyler is if Arizona genuinely rebuilds, Murray could be a trade candidate. We got the Dolphins, Jets, Steelers, and the reports Steelers might be in there. If Arizona wants to get rid of him, look for the Dolphins. I doubt the Dolphins. I really do. But the Jets and the Steelers. I was even saying Vegas, but then when I went back and looked at Kirk Cousins being released, he would be an ideal candidate to bridge the young guy. But we got to wait and see how all this plays out. But these guys are in cap hell, right? Purgatory. So Dolphins' interest makes sense if they want a quick dual threat QB juice. With their offensive rumors, they have tied Murray name to Miami. I don't again. I'm digging and digging and digging and digging and digging, trying to make sure that this is. Why would you get rid of lefty Tua, then bring in already broken up Kyler? That's like them going out and signing Deshaun Watson. Don't see it happening. Now, Tua, the end of an era. That's exactly right. Tua's come to an end. 4 year, $212.4 million extension in 2024. Stats have been a roller coaster ride. Solid peak in 23, but dropped off sharply with an 88.5 passer rating in 2025. So Tua was going up, and he just the bench and fallout. Now they benched him in favor of Quinn Ewers, the rookie. Wanted to see what the rookie got. We had to see what he has. Cap. Miami cuts him outright. Record dead money hit of 99 million. That's legendary in cap hell. So if they cut him, and I don't think they're going to cut him, we're talking 99 million. And the problem is one. Still not getting rid of it. There's the landing spot, right? Trade seems almost impossible. Contract size makes any deal unlikely. Teams would only take him if they're desperate. Okay. So who the hell would take to him? Because I was looking to see, like for everybody else, there's well, with the exception of Deshaun, there's suitors for Kirk Cousins, there's suitors for Kyler, there's none for Tua or Deshaun. So we could see two of these guys just out. Now this feels like an actual sunset of Tua Dolphins era, not gracefully, but brutally. All right. I'm just keeping it real, guys. I'm keeping it real. Because with the new coaches coming in, this is why we're having this discussion tonight. The quarterback purgatory of 2026. These guys are in trouble. We got one that's getting cut to avoid paying that money. One that's on a rehab turnaround. Then we have a future in doubt with Tua, which I mean, who's going to take his contract? Kyler Murray, he's about the best one out of all of them. Think about it, because he is only going to cost you 36.8 million. Wait, let me make sure I'm right. Kyler is the shine. Kyler is 36.8 million. Okay, so 36.8 in guarantees. So a 5 year, $230 million contract and the guarantee is about 36.8 million. So Kyler is he's able, he's a piece you can move around. Shop him around and get a deal back for that guy right there. So that is our QB purgatory of 2026. I mean, think about it. You got one guy you're gonna cut. You're gonna cut this guy just to get free of the deal with him. So one guy, no trade. Can't. You're not gonna be able to trade. Another guy, you're not gonna be able to cut with that 5 year, 230 fully guaranteed 230 million. Deshaun Watson. Anybody get along. I know you're stacking that money. But out of these four, who who do we see starting next year? Because like I said, Deshaun Watson, he's been practicing. He's been practicing. He's been getting ready to get back into this. Um Tua's bench for Quinn Ewers, new head coach, new staff. So again, you know how we like to do. We like to pull this shit up. Let's go and see if we got any news about these four. All right, here we go. Here we go. Yep. Here we go. All right. Yes. The Patriots beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. True or false? Yes, that's true. That's true. All right. Let's see. Tua in Miami. Because like I said, these guys, Kirk Cousins, not a bad. Man, all these motherfuckers is bad to me. All right, Kirk Cousins, the man built like a contract problem. 4 year deal, 180 million with about 100 guaranteed. So they reworked Cousins' deal in 2026, guys, to from 35 million to 2.1 to make an off-season release cap friendly and push huge money into 2027. Dead money on release can be managed as post June 1 designation 22.5 million. So Captain Kirk is out of here. Um, and so here it is. Chargers signing Mike McDaniels. Yep, they have made him the OC. Tua dropped the dime a while on that come on, man. Um, again, uh-oh. Excellent video, Mike. Tua off the Dolphins roster in 2026 is already a huge win for the Dolphins. Wasted 6 years on a fraud quarterback who duped the organization into paying him. I highly doubt Tua is that bad. All right, permanent cap hell. The Miami Dolphins are unable to get out of quarterback Tua's contract for a very long time. Tua's cap hit for the next 3 seasons. 39.1. This year, well, in 2025 is 39.1. Next year, we're talking 56.4, 2027, 53.4, and then 2028, 65.8. Miami is going to cap hell. Welcome to cap hell. Sign these goddamn contracts. And you give them away like candy. And there he is. Tua is. So you can get rid of him. Doesn't matter. He's paid. Unless you figure out a way to get out there. All right. So some people are buying in that Tua will get another chance. All right. So that's Tua. Tua is the first. Tua is going to be hard. It's not hard to deal him away because you can keep him and just, you know, put him as some sort of backup or something. I mean, you never freaking know what the hell you could do with Tua, but I doubt that they're gonna just get rid of Tua. Now, Deshaun, Deshaun Watson, sir. Let's see. Oh shit, the Senior Bowl was a day. We got to go over that. Oh, Nussmeyer picked off. Ain't that called? Threw it right over there. That's Sean's comeback season. That's what they're trying to say. He's gonna have a bad one. All right. Browns Deshaun Watson gave his life to Christ, been working and be a better person and grew his faith. He focused on giving back and being successful on and off the field. Things started when work done paid it forward to Deshaun Watson and family. That's a good start. Oh, Watson's wife teases a permanent move to Italy, sparking buzz about his Browns future as a new with the new coach and quarterback plans. And there it is, video clearly of the Achilles rupture. It's amazing how we get these shots, guys. It's amazing. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. All right, Deshaun Watson can't be that guy. I mean, he can be, but listen, he got to work his way back. That's who they thought they were getting right here. This guy back in the day, Deshaun. Look at that, most. That's what I was saying. Like if he can get him back to this, I mean, I know nobody's gonna take him because of this massive damn contract, guys, and the fact that he's coming back from two Achilles ruptured. Okay, last time he played was in 2024. He had 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions before his injury. There is the 5-year contract, which is likely coming to an end because I think this is it's last year. That one. So we're gonna have to see where the hell Deshaun goes, and if he stays, because Stefanski mm, just got canned, and now you bring in Monken, and Monken is look at this 2016 Heisman finalist. So he was up there with Lamar. I don't like I said. Oh, damn. Chatterbox Sports came up with Bryce Young, Deshaun, and Russell are arguably the top three worst quarterback transactions. They cost too much money and they haven't been on the field. I mean, Browns owner Jimmy has them on Deshaun Watson deal. We took a big swing and miss with Deshaun. Oh boy. Mhm. All right. Okay. So now we know Deshaun Watson is going to be down. That boy's a big butt, 6'5", 449 pounds. Big butt. Mm-mm. All right, Andrew Barry. That is crazy. That guess what? That video did not age too well. You know, again, Deshaun Watson, guys, is listen. The Ken Dorsey hire will baffle me until the end. Deshaun Watson is not Cam Newton or Josh Allen. He's not built like those guys and does not play like them. Okay. He's pretty whack though. And of course, that idiot. No, I'm not gonna say that idiot, that man right there with the fuck shit. That's man. Okay, then okay, Deshaun. So we know that's not going anywhere. Let's see about the main man, because Kyler Murray, K1 in Arizona, guys, they're gonna have they got some landing spots for K1. His deal is fairly better. All right. So K1. Let's see, guys. All right. Kyler Murray revives the UFC 317 and then he's at the freaking fights. Baseball. Um, all right. So this Trey McBride. Did he get a contract or something? Nothing. K1 is nothing up here. That's just so. Kyler Murray again. He's one that's reportedly the Jets Steelers. Jets Steelers. Oh, we got breaking. We got some breaking. We got something that's happening right now. Hold up. We got to go there because the Raiders are in the name. Have their name in the hat too. I heard that name. I'm not saying it could happen, but guys, this is crazy. We got purgatory for 2026, and we're not even. Let's see what the Raiders are trending here. All right, we can see that. All right, all right, all right. I mean, I'm sorry. He might don't make it. All right. And so there was nothing on there about them. Okay, so K1 still there. Guys, Dolphins, Jets, Steelers could be the team that we see him go to. Uh, Arizona Cardinals. Let's see, because they have no head coach, and it's kind of getting crazy. All right. Yeah, shit. All right. All right. So they signed a wide receiver. They need to get more than that. Trey McBride, congratulations to his name, first team AP All Pro, tight end. Trey McBride. Oh, look at that. Number 3 overall pick. Now, with that being said, do they figure out, like, they're going to figure out how to probably move on from Kyler some kind of way, whoever the next head coach is should come in, figure out how to move on from Kyler. And it looks like all three at the top are looking for a quarterback. Raiders, Jets, and Cardinals. So these guys got Kyler Murray, and I don't think they want to keep him. Saying this is kind of crazy. All right, and so we looked at the shine, and we know Atlanta has moved on from Kirk. Kirk is going to be out of there because Kirk Gold Chains. Could he go to the Jets? Could we see Kirk Cousins to the Jets? Back to Minnesota. I heard that when last night when we were breaking down this. I heard that when I was researching this story tonight. Minnesota, Arizona to in case they get rid of Kyler. Then we're talking about the Raiders to be a bridge for Mendoza. Um, Frank Wright and Kirk Cousins to the Jets. I mean, they're gonna release him. He's gonna be 38 during the release. So the Vikings are a team with expensive older veteran. Kirk Cousins could be. I can see. I mean, JJ needs something. They need something. They're reeling in the Sam Darnold mess. It hit him right in the fucking head, Joe. Kirk Cousins can be a really good broadcaster, but mm, mm, mm. All right. Will Cousins do 67.9 million on March 13th? He will be cut and signed with the Vikings if JJ can't beat out 38-year-old Cousins. The Vikings have the answer in regard to future of the position. Go hitting that gritty, trying to hit the gritty. Hit that gritty, Kurt. Go, go, go. So that seems like a better option because they've been screaming it from the mountaintops, right? So they're gonna go with the young, cheaper guy. Trust me, they're not gonna. All right, Kirk. I mean, I hope pray. Oh wait. So the Eagles OC Sean Mannion, first and only career NFL touchdown in the last game he played in. So this is him, the OC for the Eagles throwing the ball. So definitely, I mean, could make Falcons return even if he's cut from 108. I don't know. I don't think Kirk comes back, especially not off of 100. I mean, come on. They guaranteed him $100 million. That was just insane. And it didn't work. It didn't work. That's crazy. But here we go. Cousins will be designated to be left. And here goes the highest paid players in NFL: Stafford, Rodgers, Brady, Cousins. He's number 4. Russ, Dak, Matt Ryan, and Drew Brees. Favorite con artist of all time. He stacked the wealth of money over his career. This guy's fucking the highest paid backup. So again, Tua, Kyler, Deshaun, and Kirk. Kirk is the only one we know right now that is going to be cut. Where does he end up? Could it be Minnesota? That's what the rumors are. Minnesota. Uh, he's going to be released, and of course, we have to wait till next month to find out what it is going to be. Well, yeah, because it's the first of the month. Wake up, get up, and it's Black History Month, the shortest month in the world. Happy Black History Month, everybody. Happy February 1st day. Okay, we getting warmed up. I mean, Kirk Cousins go to Denver Broncos, be a bridge, you know? Just kidding. Just kidding. Miami guys, just kidding. Um, Minnesota, most likely, or Las Vegas. So Penix is going to be the starter. We know that. We know he was a starter last year, but it didn't seem like it worked out. It didn't seem like it worked out. We know he is going to be named the starter because they're about to get rid of Kurt. Kurt is going to be out of here, so we can. Kirk Cousins learn how to swag surf and everything. Okay, Kirk, let's see. And that's when I remember that he came in and threw that bomb down the field of Mooney. All right, Matthew Stafford, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Flacco, Kirk Cousins, Philip Rivers coming out return. 2025 is the year of the Unk. That's some bullshit. And Matthew Stafford, MVP favorite. Aaron Rodgers led the AFC North. Joe Flacco was still throwing for 450 yards. Kirk Cousins, Tyrod Taylor, and Geno Smith were starting quarterbacks. And there goes Philip Rivers, the trash talker. Come back. Just go ahead and bring Kirk back to Minnesota. Minnesota, that should be your one thing. Just bring him back just to get him, just to get you through. So Kirk, so we know that, guys, we know that. So dead money release can be managed post June 1 designation. Kirk is not too bad. The rumors are Jets, Dolphins, Cardinals have been floated in the rumor mill. There's potential of him returning back to Minnesota, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Henceforth, Kirk Cousins needs a new start. All right. With that being said, mm, let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to the next one. We got head coaches in DC. The carousel continues. The carousel continues. All right. This is going to be seg number 2. Hey, we're already 1 hour in. Thank God. Didn't feel like it tonight. Just was feeling out of it. But we started. We're going to finish this. Started this shit. We're going to finish this shit. We're the late night sports talk. So there it is, guys. Let it flow, flow, flow. Yeah. What's already locked in? Several big franchises have already made their head coaching calls, and what happens sets the stage for the last two wild cards still on the board. Now, the Bills, they did hire Joe Brady. He's already assembling his staff. He's brought in Pete Carmichael Jr., OC, and Jim Leonard as DC, pointing to a modern offensive defense balance aimed at taking the next step. So they brought in Pete Carmichael. I thought that was crazy when I seen Pete Carmichael name. I hadn't seen the name since the Saints. And Joe Brady, who was with the Saints, went and got his man. And then went and got who they got that bought from Jim Leonard, the defensive coordinator. I forgot what he gave him. But Durant, I mean, the Bills already have got their team and staff together. All right. Browns bring in and hire Todd Monken. Cleveland hired Monken, who is expected to bring more vertical play action, friendly offense to a roster desperate for an offensive identity. Monken is a first time NFL head coach, but well respected and has a rival pretty much locks in Deshaun Watson's offseason narrative along with your quarterback talk. Yeah, yes. And the Dolphins, well, they went defensive, hiring Halfley to clean up the inconsistencies and get the trenches fixed while also dealing with the Tua question. Then the Giants grab John Harbaugh, and now he's ready to grab on to life in a Big Apple after Dayball era has ended. Steelers and Ravens hires done. Steelers hired Mike McCarthy. Ravens tapped in with Jesse Mentor. Robert Saleh to the Titans. And guys, that is the hirings. We know that. We're caught up. We know that's how everybody. But what are we doing? What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing? What are we doing? All right. Anyway, the two big to the big two still unsettled. These are coaching decisions everyone knows will shift franchise. Arizona is vacant. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. And okay, so we're going to take our first break of the night. Let's get some more tea in our system. Hey, it's not coffee. It could be fucking caffeine, but it's not. All right, it could be something different. So just know that I'm taking our first break of the night. Yes. Post calls. All right. Shriners Bowl. We want to put them highlights in the background because I forgot that shit was tonight. Cuff up along where I'm from, Moses, son. I got pause for the cause. Just a break. I need to put that video. I need to get one of them things, something where it says video pause, shit like that. You know? Mhm. All right. All right, guys, back at it. Yeah, here we go. Back. Back, but as we proceed to give you what you need. All right. Again, this is our first break of the night as we warm this shit up. Yeah, I totally forgot about the Shrine Bowl. I totally fucking forgot about that. We mad at me. Crucify guys. Crucify me. 'Cause I'm a bitch with me. All right, the East West Shrine Bowl was tonight. Again, I gotta remind y'all about that one. I don't like when we take these early breaks because now it gives a reset. Give us a chance to hit that reset button. All right. And we're moving over, like I said, guys, we're transferring over to head coaching candidates, OCs. We just went through the damn quarterbacks that could be reached that are in purgatory. These guys are needing help. So right now, here we are. We're taking our first little break of the night. Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. As I get my life together behind the scenes. Um, who won? Who y'all think won as far as coach? Any good head coaches? Because we got some new. But wait till we get to this one. Again, give me a second. I'm gonna run it down to you. Mm, welcome to the late nights. Late nights, early morning. Oh my goodness, hold on, guys. I'm having a technical difficulty. Mm-hmm. 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 Right, guys. So, turn down. All right. Nah. Come on. Okay. There we go. Finally got it together, guys. Finally got it together. Trying to roll up. Sucks. Well, Shrine Bowl tonight, guys. That's going to bring us the next wave of talented NFL professionals from college. All right, so let's get to this shit. So, guys, Arizona Cardinals seat is vacant. They still have not hired their head coach. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing, guys. Listen, it's not a bad thing. Now, they fired Jonathan Gannon after a brutal season, 3-14, and still haven't chosen his replacement. Seems like they're between them and the Raiders, they're going to be the last two. Well, the Raiders already know what they want. The Raiders already pretty much know what they want. They're going after Clint Kubiak. It's like Kubiak a bust. Now, shocking enough for these these the other teams, both of them had the same idea. Both of them had the same idea. Okay, Mike LaFleur, Rams OC, Clint Kubiak, Seahawks OC. See that? See that? Two names tied to both organizations. Then we had Anthony Weaver for the Dolphins, Anthony Campanelli for the Jags, which he's staying. Vance Joseph, I haven't heard anything more about that. Thomas Brown from the Patriots passing game coordinator. Raheem Morris was floated out there as a potential name for the Cardinals. Then we got Arthur Smith, who went back to college. So his name's off there. Matt Burke, Texans defense coordinator. All of whom have interviews or series buzz. Again, listen, I can see Mike LaFleur, Kubiak. Matter of fact, let's pull this up. Let's pull up the head coaching fucking rumor mill again. Okay, as we break down what's going on. All right, so again, you can see on your screen what the news is 14 minutes ago from SETI Sports. Salute to SETI Sports. Raiders reported Ian Kubiak as their next head coach interviews went well, and a new era with a quarterback friendly modern offense could be on the way. On the way. Mm. So now we can start to wrap this thing up because it looked like the Raiders are bought in, and they did have a meeting with Kubiak. And of course, all reports is it's looking good. Yeah, it's kind of, it's kind of looking good. Now, before we do go there, hold on. Let me update our titles. Update our titles. Because we're about to go in on this one. Mhm. So, one second, folks, as we get this started. I'm technically getting a little good at this shit. Oh, I'm so uh, happy that, guys, we can do this. Oh no, I messed up here. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, let's change this up. Now, all right. There we go, guys. Let's see. Update should be there. So here we go. Round two. So, all right. Now, why does this matter when we're talking about this coaching carousel right now? Because now the Raiders have met with their guy and it looks good. You see, last couple nights we've reported on this, and guess what? It has started to transform right before our very eyes. Here we go. So, Kyler Murray's future is tied to this hire. A more offensive minded coach might revive his stock. A traditional defensive hire could signal a full reset. We could be seeing a reset for one of these jobs. Definitely the Raiders because they bringing in a whole new staff. New staff. All right, we're back and we're better. Let's go. Break is done. And here we go. Let's finish this. Now, the NFL coaching carousel hires done. Drama is still brewing amongst these hirings that we're about to see manifest. The Raiders, guys, after blowing up the Pete Carroll experiment, 3-14 and out, the Raiders back. The Raiders are back in the head coaching market. And as you see here, the Browns and Monken reunite. Bentai Monken and Sanders should be a good match. But guys, the Kubiak is crazy. Here goes the 10 head coaches right here. This is what they're saying. All right. Now, of course, we're not going to make this about an issue. A good coaching candidate can really change your life as a franchise. Mm, okay, let's see. Nothing. Philip Rivers was up for a head coaching position. That's kind of crazy. But here we go. The Raiders. Raiders Nation. Guys, you got Clint Kubiak. Davis Webb, he withdrew his name. Iviro. The Panthers DC was a name that was floated. Vance Joseph. Steelhouse for the Rams. Chris Shula, and Mike LaFleur. Now, because Vegas does hold the number one overall draft pick, the new coach, whoever it is, most likely Clint Kubiak, could instantly be running a rookie QB. But again, with the rookie QB news, right? Where is it? We just had it up here. Hold on. Here it is. City Sports. Broke it. There's the next head coach. You pretty much know that Kubiak was not leaving out the building without getting this job. This could be the start of a new franchise in the desert. Now, there's some hot rumors worth mentioning. The median NFL coaching tenure right now is down to about 2 years, meaning patience is not a luxury in this league. People are not sticking around to see. They're wanting instant gratification immediately. They're not waiting. They're trying to get their next head coach, their OC, their defense. They're trying to see success where there was none. Some league insiders believe the Cardinals' job could attract big offensive names if they make the calls after the draft. Others have floated the Raiders' ownership, including Brady, wants someone with innovative offensive vision, not just a retread voice. You can lean into the uncertainty of this and tease potential future blockbuster hires. But we all know, and salute to City Sports, guys, the interview went well, and a new era with a quarterback friendly modern offense could be on the way. Raiders Kubiak. He was set to meet with the Raiders and the Cardinals this weekend ahead of preparing for the Super Bowl. His name is the top name next to Shula and a couple other ones. Now, the narrative, guys, I want to give you my narrative. NFL has turned into a coaching carousel, into a demolition derby. Big names are moving, and two marquee jobs are still unclaimed. Tonight, we break down who's already been hired, who's still on the market, and the rumors that could flip this 2026 season before it even begins. And right there, 24 minutes posted, Kubiak interview was one that was good. Bills go young. Browns pick Monken. Miami turns to Halfley. Giants grab Hallball. And the real drama, well, the Cardinals and the Raiders. What are their future head coach choices? What does it mean for Kyler Murray, fate, and a potential quarterback in Vegas? Because again, I like Mendoza, but I don't think that you bring Mendoza out there starting week one. I think you get the bridge quarterback. I know Geno's not a name that you want to hear. Kirk Cousins, he's going to be released. So Kirk could be that guy potentially to bridge the gap for Mendoza to get you off and running. And the Kubiak train is kind of familiar with Cousins, so it could be something beneficial. Now, the chaos between the Cardinals and the Raiders still searching. Who's next? NFL coaching carousel hires done. We're going to dive into this NFL coaching carousel, who's locked in, who's still searching, and why the remaining head coach vacancies in Arizona and Las Vegas might reshape entire franchises, from Joe Brady's bold new era in Buffalo, to the Cardinals' coach choice that could decide Kyler Murray's future. We break down the moves, rumors, and fallout. This is going to be some. It's going to be one of those not so nice stories we're going to break down to you tonight. So here we go. If you think quarterback chaos was wild, wait till you see the coaching merry-go-round. Two jobs left, infinite possibilities, and both could rewrite their landscapes. Hmm. What are we doing? Then we have the OCs and DCs. This is the real chess match. What's happening behind the head coaching headlines? This is where the systems get built. Offense and defense get identity, and coordinators make or break seasons. Here's the latest confirmed moves and buzz you can run on the air tonight, guys. Offensive coordinator Pete Carmichael, defensive coordinator Jim Leonard from the Broncos, a defensive guru who joins the Bills. Pete Carmichael, play caller with the Saints pedigree, now Buffalo's OC under Joe Brady. Brady keeps offensive continuity, and Leonard instantly upgrades Buffalo's defensive scheme. Two coordinators who now look, no, excuse me, who now lock that impact both sides of this ball. Now, here it is right here. Joe Brady and this new trio. There it is. The Buffalo Bills hire defensive passing game coordinator and assistant head coach Jim Leonard to their defensive coordinator. And Leonard visited with the Chargers, Ravens, but now will stay with the Bills. Okay, so the Bills have hired Jim Leonard. Big move for the Bills. Jim Leonard, 43, Brady's 36, new stadium on the way, brand new Bills. That is about right. And they've hired Pete Carmichael, bringing back Pete. I haven't seen Pete since the Saints days, and that is crazy because now you have Pete Carmichael and Joe Brady said, "I'm gonna be calling plays. Bring in the Jim Leonard to redo your defense to get it done." And let's just say this is about to be interesting how these two face fair, especially in the AFCs. And so here goes their special teams coordinator, Jeff Rogers. So we got Carmichael, Leonard, and Jeff Rogers with the Bills. So the Bills have got their rebuild pretty much in the bag. Now the carousel isn't just Bill stuff, guys. Coordinators are moving all over the place. I'm talking. We've already moved on from OC Cliff Kingsbury and Joe Witt in Washington. David Blau has been tapped as the new OC, a big promotion inside a rebuilding offense. Defense names are still swirling. Terrell Austin interviewed. Bears secondary coach Al Harris is in the mix as well. So the Washington Commanders head coach, OC, right? It's crazy. They bring in David Blau, after moving on from Cliff and Joe Witt. The Cliff Kingsbury was a mutual parting of ways. But when you look at everybody else doing, then you got to start wondering. Now the Steelers with Mike McCarthy now as the head coach, they're making moves. They bring in Patrick Graham, who's expected to take over as DC, bringing experience from prior defensive coordinator stints and stabilizing instincts. Other assistants are shifting around, like Gerald Alexander heading to the Vikings as defensive pass coordinator. So we got, listen, I was listening to my bud Brandon Perna and Tom Grassi, and they were talking, man, it's hard to keep up with all the new names and who's going where, who's here, who's this. This is going to be a headline in itself. The Ravens hired Declan Doyle as their OC. The ex Bears OC will be running the Baltimore Ravens offense. Young, fresh perspective with an emerging reputation. So Declan Doyle and mentor will be working together. This is this is Baltimore's way of looking at the rest of the division and wondering, okay, Monken, Zach, Mike McCarthy, and now Jesse Mentor, Declan Doyle. The Ravens are going to need a defensive coordinator, which is going to be interesting. Now, there's some OC jobs worth watching. Cardinals, Chicago, Browns, Broncos, Raiders, Giants, Jets OC, Steelers, um, several decent defensive coordinators, the Jets, Chargers, Commanders, 49ers, Titans, Cardinals, Dolphins, Ravens. These teams are all looking for new defensive personalities that will hopefully uplift their franchises. Why does this matter, guys? Let me give you a narrative. They don't just call plays, they build systems. A great OC can get the ball, can get the best out of a weak quarterback. A bad one can take elite talent. Joe Brady's former OC promotion, Carmichael, shows continuity versus shakeup. Young names like Doyle signify teams leaning analytics and pace. So we're starting to see a shift. This year is going to be a shift. Teams are looking at what has worked and they're wanting that success. So this is going to be interesting. So the Raiders guys have done it. Who else? This is gonna be fun. All right. First time OC in David Blah and first time DC Durante Jones. I love the upside of both hires. Love the DQ. Love that DQ. Dan Quinn didn't just settle and wasn't afraid to hire young guys. Now we wait to see if they will work in Washington. So here it is. The David Blah and Durante Jones. They are commanders. And they're changing the uniforms. So Sean Mannion has been hired as the OC for the Eagles. Chargers hired Chris O'Leary as their new defensive coordinator. This is going to be interesting to see how that works out. Jags nailed the interview process last year, got Cohen, Gladstone, and now look at how many people they're interviewed for the gig. Look at this: Browns, Titans, Brady, and Bills. Joe Brady. GM John Eric Sullivan and the Falcons GM Ian. So we got a whole new regime. Now the Cowboys pat to hiring Zach Orr to staff is just cleared. Ex Ravens DC local guy DeSoto and UNT has just 33 interviews with Dallas today. Was also up for the Chargers defensive job, but they elevated Chris O'Leary to that spot. So Zach Gore, another name being floated out there. The Eagles, of course, have hired their new OC. The Eagles interviewed Dolphins OC Frank Smith. Man, this is a freaking recycling of talent, and they did sign Christian Parker to their DC. Sources: Jordan Schultz. The Eagles have interviewed Matt Nagy. They wanted to get Matt Nagy, but they end up going with young, experienced Mannion and Josh Grizzard as the pass game coordinator. So the Cowboys are in-person interviews. They're looking. They're looking. All right. So the NFL grades. Look, we got some grades. Here's the hiring grades. The Bucks bringing Zach Robinson, Titans bringing Dayball, Dolphins Bobby Slowick, Commanders David Blau, Eagles Sean Mannion, Chargers Mike McDaniels. Now that was good. The Lions bringing Drew Petzing, Falcons Tommy Reese, and Chiefs bring back Eric Bieniemy. This is what I'm talking about, the drama. This is what I'm talking about, the freaking carousel of names that keeps going around. Look at this. With the exception of the new names on the list, at the bottom we have Bieniemy, who has been overlooked and been underlooked for a number of jobs. Uh, so of course, Mannion is the biggest splash. The Eagles are happy. Um, All right, guys, we have updates the Cowboys interview list. We know they've done their due diligence. So here it is. Giants expected to promote Chad Hall, hire Ravens DB coach Donald DeLasso. So we see a number of former guys going to teams, especially with the way the coaching hiring has gone. Harbaugh is going to get a bunch of them between him and wait a minute, rap sheet. I know McDaniels is a name that's floated out there, but I don't think
now comes back to New
chance
England,
at
and of
all.
all the hires that Mike Vrabel is going to make, first of
If
all,
you think so,
this
leave me a
absolutely
comment.
was
I don't think
expected. He has been the
Josh
favorite all
is
along.
going
As
to
soon
be
as
a
Mike
coach.
Vrabel got hired, everyone, I think, kind of became clear that this was going to be the guy at offensive coordinator. But for Drake May, and this is one of the best developers at the quarterback position that we've seen in a very long time. Someone who gets the offense to execute at a very, very high level. Of all the things we talked about with New England, this may be the most important. Meanwhile, we'll stay with the quarterback position. Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts still dealing with that knee injury from when he kind of got tackled a little bit awkwardly on Sunday's game. You're going to see it right here. Came up limping, went to the blue tent. My understanding is he's going to play. Now, how limited he will be today will certainly be something to wait and see about.
You don't follow the Raiders closely. We're the close to making Davis Webb HC. No, that wasn't the case. Davis Webb stays with Denver. Now you're going to be seeing who Kubiak will actually bring in when he's hired as the next coach. So the Bears assistants, Chiefs officially hired Eric Bieniemy away from Chicago as their new OC. That was back on January 21. Dolphins interview Rams defensive coordinator Shula. I mean, Shula's name has been heavy out here. Now, David Blau was being floated out there, but he's going to be hired as he's staying with the Commanders. So OC David Blau was one of three internal candidates who interviewed, joining Brian Johnson, David Rye. They also interviewed Cardinals pass game coordinator Drew Terrell and Cowboys tight end coach Lunda Wells. Big Gamble Blow has just 2 years of coaching experience. Durante Jones gets the job as DC in Washington. So Steelers name Patrick Graham as their DC. Ravens name a new OC, and it's not Kingsbury. Declan Doyle, right? That was Declan Doyle that went to them, right? I'm trying to remember. Did I get that one right? Broncos defense candidate is going to the Bills. The Bills are looking like they're ready for work. Okay, so Zach Orr has been hired as the new DC for the Ravens. He played in Baltimore, so former player now turned defensive coordinator. All right, the Giants have not hired an OC because they're waiting for Monken to see if he got the Browns job. Now the Ravens literally just hired their head coach. McDaniels always was always going to coach where it is warm. You can tell multiple people have pulled out the OC job for the Eagles. And all of the breaking news today is the Commanders have hired everybody. They're done. They got their job and team together. Chargers, Eagles. All right, Raiders lost their defensive coordinator. Again, there's no more news as far as this. And Arizona Cardinals coach Jonathan Gannon went and became the defensive coordinator for the Packers. Yeah, that's a nutshell right there of teams. So Baltimore snagged Declan Doyle, and he's good. Um, we got the Cardinals. They're going to need everything. Bears. They're going to need to get another OC. Browns. Monken is going to build his staff, and it's going to be interesting to see who he chooses to reshape that Browns locker room because, oh my God. All right, NFL teams aren't allowed to announce coach or during playoff weekends. All right. Brandon Staley could be the DC. It could have been a DC. Um, All right, what's the latest news? Let's get to the latest news out of there. Guys, we got two spots left open, and of course, Kubiak is the number one name for the Raiders. He had an interesting visit. The Cardinals, a couple nights ago, we broke the news that they sat with Ron Rivera for 7 hours in a meeting, and they come away with no coach. Not yet. Not yet, anyway. Man, Williams follows those guys. I'm talking about. We blowing up on this bitch now. What? All right. And Robert Saleh, in his first capacity as a head coach, calling people like the print calling. Dang, guys. Former Buccaneers Super Bowl champion head coach Bruce Arians will undergo open heart surgery. Prayers up for Bruce. And it's going to be February the 6th. Oh, boy. Here we go. Breaking news. Knew we going to find something. The Atlanta Falcons are hiring Alex Van Pelt as a quarterback coach. This marks another reunion with Stefanski, who worked with Van Pelt as his offensive coordinator in Cleveland in 2020 through 2023. He was also the Patriots' offensive coordinator in 2024, that dismal 4-13 year. But Van Pelt is going to the Falcons as the quarterback coach. Bad drafts. So yesterday's news, guys, Kawasi Adolfo Mensa, the GM from Minnesota, was fired. Not only that, that mean Minnesota is definitely going to have to replace him. And guys, this is going to be interesting. Vikings. All right. They continue to remodel his staff, adding former Dolphins, Dolphins, Dolphins coordinator Frank Smith to assist as an assistant head coach and Keith Carter as offensive line coach. So Smith worked with McDaniel and will help with the offense and run game planning. All right. The Falcons are hiring Alex Van Pelt, bringing him back. A nice reunion for and here's the Bills defensive coordinator, Jim Leonard. There he is. Alex Van Pelt. Now they're going to bring him in to work with Daquan. All right. If there's an indication of what he did with New England, and I don't know about this. This is going to be fucking interesting to see how all this shapes up. The NFL salary cap will exceed 300 million. Patriots are in good shape. We got 33, buddy. Trust me, we got some. Man. Shaheed missed the team flight. OMG. Now, you know what Vrave said. If you're not on that bus by 8 a.m., you're not playing in the big game. Is this going to be Mike McDonald's example? And Vegas has dropped all the lines. So Shaheed might not be in there. He missed how you missed the flight. How do you miss the flight? Okay, so Shaheed has missed the team flight. That's going to be interesting to see what comes of this. So Poly Market Football broke this down. They said Clint Kubiak would prefer not to go to his division rival, Arizona Cardinals, both because of team situations and out of respect for the Seahawks. It's either the Raiders' job or go back to Seattle for Kubiak. And you know what that means. Raiders. All right, Mark Davis and Clint Kubiak had a long dinner last night at El Gacho Steakhouse in Seattle. Seems like Davis wanted to get to know the man he's going to pay $100 million. People are crazy. But this is Seattle Seahawks podcaster and a former employee of the restaurant they ate at. So they wined and dined and sat back. Oh wow! Never forget the Sports Illustrated graded Milton Williams signing as an elf. Haha! How you like that now? There you go. All right.
Okay, that we just pull our hood down and we go from there. Be on time. Okay, we just talked about time. Be on time.
This
And
is
if I can't be on
much.
time,
This is
Christian,
what got us
what's the
progressed.
easiest thing to do?
Help.
You would just call, right? That's called communicate. Okay, all you got to do is say, hey, something came up. Okay, I'm going to be a little bit late. Now, after about 4 or 5 times, that starts wearing off. Okay, this is just a once in a while. All it is a respect thing. Okay, and the cell phones. Okay, we all got cell phones. Okay, most of you have more than one, as a matter of fact. Just leave the cell phone in your bag, but just put the phone away. Okay, and if it rings, don't start coughing. Like, I've been in this league for 25 years. We all know when a cell phone goes off. We don't need to start coughing and doing that shit. We'll just turn it on and put it on silent, and we'll move on. Leave it in your bag. The cell phone's in the weight room. Okay, leave it on the counter or leave it in your locker. Okay, you don't need to do a set and then check your cell phone. Do a set and check your cell phone. Just leave the cell phones out of the locker room. Okay, and what my goal was, that I told everybody in the building, and I told Mr. Kraft, I told the coaches, it was to build a program that you guys and the coaches and the staff wanted to be a part of, that they wanted to protect. When you care about something, do you protect it? Yep. And that you were proud of it. That I'm proud to be a New England Patriot. I'm proud of the way that we do things. I'm proud of the way we prepare. I'm proud of the way we practice. Okay, and I'm proud of my teammates for the effort in which they play. So that was my goal, okay, to get started. And then you're gonna eventually believe in that and then start to trust it. The goals for our program, the overriding goals for that program that we're gonna build is gonna be, 1, to win the division. Okay, when was the last time the New England Patriots won the division? Does anybody know? 2019. Right, and we have one player, Joe Cardona, that's one person. So we're building our own identity. We're building our own team. We're building our own program. There's going to be things within that are different.
Building our own
There's going to be things within that are the same.
Everything.
Okay, and it's all going to be based on how do we make you guys, okay, as good as you possibly can be as an individual, as a player, and then as a teammate. That's going to be our whole goal. And you have to start understanding that of why we're doing what we're doing. The training staff, the equipment staff, the kitchen staff, these people are all here to do what? What are they here to do? To help you. They're here to help you do your job. They aren't here to be your valet, to be your housekeeper, to be your maid, to be your butler. You get where I'm going? Okay, we're going to treat those people with the utmost respect. Okay, if you got a problem, you can cuss me out. I'm a big boy. I promise you, we can handle it. But we're going to treat those people with a hell of a lot of respect. Just so we're all on the same page. Like, that's important to me. That's important to our owner. That's important to me. That's important to everybody here, is how you treat people in this building. That's important.
You heard that, how you treat people in the building. Braves and the Patriots are now in the Super Bowl. Let's go. Let's fucking go. All right. Arthur Smith is a Buckeye. He went back to Ohio. He left Pittsburgh, went to Ohio. I mean, this is, it's kind of interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's cancer-free, guys. Again, this story, we talked about it yesterday. Coach T beat cancer. Fuck cancer. We beat it. Coach T. Go Pats. Welcome to Atlanta. Alex Van Pelt is the quarterback's coach. Tasked with working with the young guy. And goes our roster, Pro Bowl roster. Patrick Graham, we broke that one down. He knows. So OCs, guys, we have 8. They have a lot. All right, loyalty. Ty Simpson says he declared NFL draft instead of taking a 6.5 million NIL deal to transfer schools because he didn't want to ruin his legacy at Alabama. There's no doubt in my mind that the last jersey I wanted to wear in college was Alabama Crimson Tide. Congratulations, Ty Simpson. But he could have took 6.5 million to stay in college. Declare for the draft. Now, will he be draft? Would he be number 2? Will the Jets take him? Think about it. The Jets, Carolina, not Carolina, Raiders, Jets, Cardinals. The Bills will look different next year. This is true. Yep, and that's what I want to hear. I want to see Chason come back, and let's run it back for another ring. Run it back for another ring. That's what I'm talking about. So, there it is. Breaking news. The Vegas Raiders are favorites to hire Seattle Seahawks Clint Kubiak, according to Polymarket. Kubiak, 38, has turned Seattle's offense to elite. And Mendoza, Brock Bowers, Genty, with Kubiak, this could be something treacherous for the NFL. He's not taking the Cardinals job. Breaking down the news. He would not take the Cardinals job. Respectfully, I like that. I love it. Meaning, I'm not going to my rival. I'd rather go back here and do this again. Respectfully, I like that. This is brutal. It has been revealed that Belichick only needed one more vote to have made the Hall of Fame, according to Jerry Dulac. He got 39 out of 50 votes, and he only needed 40 to get in. So that is, I would say we wasn't going to go through this story tonight, but unfortunately, this comes out. What are you supposed to do? One vote? You mean to tell me one vote? One vote. We got stories going all over the place in the NFL today. We got OCs, DCs. We got teams finally coming together. But the story that broke everything sent us all into a frenzy. How the fuck did you snub Belichick? And then reports come out, what, third day, fourth day? One vote. 39 out of 50 votes. He needed 40. He got 39. This is some bullshit. I'm gonna keep it all the way around. It's some bullshit. Sometimes you shouldn't just put this out there. And Dan Mitchell breaks down the news. Salute to Dan Mitchell, y'all. Make sure y'all go follow my boy Dan Mitchell and the Roundtable Sports Gang over there, okay? And y'all make sure y'all tell Richie you're a hater, bro. It's all good. We love you, Rich. Man, they gotta be kidding me. The rally is tomorrow, guys. We have a rally tomorrow at 9 a.m. to send the team off to Santa Clara in style. The rally is tomorrow. Pass Nation, let's go. We are gonna probably be up and try and stream this one somewhat. Um, the rally for the send off tomorrow at 9 a.m. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Here we fucking go, guys. NFL rumors Steelers Mike McCarthy has been in a constant conversation with Aaron Rodgers and is expected to be back as starting quarterback next season. Here we go, Steelers. Not going to the Super Bowl, but wow. Figured they was going. That was kind of like the whole ploy to keep Rodgers. To keep Rodgers. I mean, what are we doing, Mike? It was already a issue with Mike McCarthy as head coach, right? They already had a what's his name, but now the fact that the fact that we're having this discussion, it's like, wait another minute, wait a minute, wait. Rogers return, so Will Howard will have to wait some more. This is rumors, though. This is rumors, NFL rumors. And there goes our rookie, bro. Patriot rookie Travion Henderson with some emphatic words. Coach T, cancer free, prayers up. Um, he's gonna have surgery, open heart. Bruce Arians, defensive coordinator Terrell Williams is cancer free, headed to the Super Bowl, guys. Just get one. Let's get it. Cancer free, folks. That's I'm talking about. We did it, and we're going to the Super Bowl. Patriots linebacker Chase Young wants to return. Of course, somebody's going to want to throw the bag at him this year. Just know that they're going to throw the bag at you, Che. All right, so the Cowboys making more news. They hired Derek Ansley as their defensive passing game coordinator. Ansley served as the Packers defensive pass game coordinator and former DC for the Chargers. I mean, guys, we got people going everywhere. This is getting crazy. The Browns defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz has a decent shot of coming back under new coach Ty Monken. Why he should, my God. Now, listen, this was the messiest news of the cycle. When they overlooked Jim Schwartz, may the Schwartz be with you. They overlooked him and hired Monken. The 49ers may be looking at him as a defensive coordinator, but why leave? Why not just stay? I mean, you might, I say you stay, buddy. All right, Coach of the Year finalists. And look at this. Justin Jefferson comes out and says, I definitely feel like we would have done better with Sam Darnold. You think? Do you really think? Like, think about it. They was 14 wins. Then they cut him and let him go. We can get that 18 win Sunday, next Sunday. All right. They have completed their second interview with QB. So that's it. The Raiders have now completed a second head coach interview with the Seahawks OC, interviewing today, and he is also interviewing today with the Cardinals. Now, of course, he's not going to take the Cardinals job. We've already seen that one up and down. Um, North Dakota State quarterback Cole Payton. Better watch out for him, guys. I mean, like I said. All right. This is I didn't see Caboli on there when he said that. Scott Tolzien is the next Steelers offensive coordinator. Could it be 937? The fan has reported. I think that is definitely the guy they're going to hire when they make it all finalized. So the Steelers are going after Saints quarterback coach Scott Tolzien for their OC. And he can get some credit because he did shock back Shuck. We're getting shucked tonight. We're getting shucked tonight. We're getting shucked tonight. All right. Here we go. Jordan Schultz, the Raiders just wrapped up a second interview. Seahawks Kubiak went well. I was told. Mhm. And as a curiosity part, Belichick needed one fucking vote. Belichick, guys, needed one vote. One vote short. They could have just went and gave him Boyd one vote. They could have just did that. Just to get it out the way. Uh-oh. So is Justin Jefferson trying to get to the Bills? Is this what we're doing, JJ? No. He said, I'm just fired today. Their GM just fired. The quarterback situation is a mess. Um, of course, if you Buffalo, Keon Coleman is not your answer. Justin Jefferson would be a immediate transit. I mean, golly, I don't want to think of Justin Jefferson going to my rival. This is not right. No, this is not. And I don't think they're going to let him out. I don't think. I don't think that's nope, 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 nope. Let's not do that. All right, so 49ers Nick Bosa wants Bills free agent. Joey Bosa to sign with the Niners. The Bosa brothers? The Bosa brothers in San Fran? This is going to be interesting off season, guys. I'm just letting you know. Now, like what Mike Vrabel said, he says, there you go. Hope the Tooth Fairy comes tonight, too. We'll be real excited. So they're 5-0 in the white unis. Gotta give me a white one. I do like the one with the red trim. We do got to throw the Super Bowl one right there, but they get to choose. They're the home team, so they get to choose. Guys like the white uniform, so there it is. And a team being 5-0 in those uniforms, he had to poke a little fun. I hope the Tooth Fairy comes. Tooth Fairy comes tonight as well. Makes it interesting even more. Rumors, guys, again, the Steelers are expecting to get Rodgers back. What I've heard a lot is they're expecting him to come back. They're under the impression that he still wants to play, but until you sign on that dotted line, that's right. Especially with Rodgers. Rodgers may be just doing, I mean, come on. Rodgers could kidnap and hijack this cycle. Go get Kyler Murray, man. Go get Kirk Cousins, man. No, don't get Deshaun. Tua? You can probably get Tua. But it's unheard of. We don't know what the Rogers is going to do yet. And Michael Penix got a street named after him in Dade City, Florida. Michael Penix Jr. Street. That's crazy. He got a street named after him already, and he hasn't won anything yet. Okay. All right, the Wags got a ring. All right, Bean and Brady supporting the Swords tonight, taking coaching. So they're out and about. They're Buffalo royalty now, guys. Buffalo royalty. All right. Your 2026 Panini Super Bowl MVP is Nussmeier.
Senior Bowl, appreciate you. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Thank you. Garrett, a unique
5
experience
for
for
8,
you. What does it
57
mean to you to be
yards
holding
and an
that trophy?
No, it
interception.
means a lot. I hadn't played football in 3 months, and so getting to be out here again and just be out here with guys and get to play the game I love, it's an awesome feeling.
You got out to a really fast start. Take me through the touchdown run early in the game, and perhaps more importantly, the dance after as well.
Yeah, no, that's just the LSU coming out of me a little bit there. I had to do a dance to some of my boys the last time, and so, man, I'm just so blessed, so thankful to God to have this opportunity. Been through a lot the last 6 months, and so God has gotten me through it, and so I wouldn't be here without him and my relationship with him. So blessed, so thankful.
There's so many guys who transfer schools once, twice, 3 times. You
Yes,
played
might
5
have
years
been.
at LSU. You guys had some adversity personally, injury-wise, as well as a team this year. To put your helmet on the last time and have it end
All right,
like this,
so
how does that
Nussmeier,
feel?
where
It
does
means
he
it
go
means
in
the
this
world to me.
draft?
LSU will always be home for me. Always bleed purple and gold no matter what. And so
LSU.
always rooting for those guys, and
LSU.
hopefully, I'll still always be able to come back home.
Congrats, Garrett.
Thank you, I appreciate it. God bless.
Guys.
So Nussmeier is the one. All right, Miami Dolphins is hiring Matt Applebaum. Bonita Applebaum. You gotta put me up. Applebaum. All right, they're hiring Applebaum as their new assistant offensive line coach. Well, we got some names popping up out here everywhere, guys. No, we got to see if it translates
on
to
as a
the
football
field.
team at Ohio State, and and he obviously played his best at the most important time of the season, and that's something that you pay attention to because this is about winning playoff games and winning championships. I think you can always elevate a guy as they move through the regular season and so forth. But the fact that he
Mhm. All right, can make Sam Darnold mentally collapse in the Super Bowl. CJ Stroud 2.0. I believe that too, GP. I believe that too. What the hell is this? All right. Oh Lord, his wife went to that's crazy. Warriors, come out to play. Let's go, Warriors. We on to Santa Clara. All right. Falcons are hiring Tanner Engstrand as the offensive passing game coordinator. The former Jets OC, multiple options, has been a popular name in recent days. Engstrand will join Coach Stefanski and a new offensive staff in Atlanta. Offensive passing game coordinator. The Browns don't currently expect superstar pass rusher Myles Garrett to request a trade after they passed up Jim Schwartz for head coach. If he does request a trade, they will have similar stance to last year's. Big no. Miles Garrett's not going. He took the money. He's not going nowhere. Crazy. All right. That's nice. I would have to die in my sleep. Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right. So Pete Carmichael again is the OC. Buffalo Bills have hired Pete Carmichael. We got some. This is crazy news, but guys, this is what it is. No, we did have that, bro. All right, Gino would love to play under Jets owner Woody Johnson again. So Gino back to the Jets. That's another one we want to talk about that one tomorrow, guys, because we gave you four tonight. We went through Deshaun, Kyler, Cousins, Tua, and look at Gino pops up. Gino would love to play back with the Jets. I guess he has no choice, right? At the end, Gino has a choice, right? So rookie Dorian Strong is planning to undergo neck surgery. Oh, prayers for that young man right there. So we got two people going through some kind of surgery coming up. What do we got? It goes May. Foxborough at night is fucking beautiful, guys. Sorry. The rest of y'all might don't like it, but it is beautiful. Jackson Dart told the Giants front office and coaches to New York where he wanted to be. Eli misses it. Eli did not win those 2 Super Bowls. We're not having this Eli Manning conversation. Let's keep it real. All right. I watched this last night. I was so shocked. I watched this today as well. The Malcolm Butler interception is going all around viral. For 2 years, we had to go through some things, but we're excited where we are now. The team is super close and we put a lot of work in. We just want to go out there and finish strong. Finish it. Finish it. All right. Bro, this is crazy. They actually have doppel fucking gangers out there. Dude, it's weird. Does this is fucking crazy. And Granny smashing a glass and taking a. Oh my god, man! Late nights get a little crazy around here, but oh my goodness. Longtime NFL producer Greg Cosell does not think Eli had a Hall of Fame caliber career, citing his regular season record and interception. He said, "Does not make him a Hall." This is right. He's 117, 366 touchdowns, 244 interceptions. Eli Manning is not. He had if he did not beat Tom Brady in those 2 Super Bowls, we're not having a conversation about Eli Manning. We're not having this conversation if he doesn't beat Brady. He's not. So I mean, unfortunately, he got snubbed. Mention rest says, of course, y'all are happy with Kubiak. Okay, kind of crazy. But I tell you, moms are all right. Breaking news: various media outlets within the NFL, Joey Bosa is reportedly looking to reunite with his brother Nick in San Francisco. The superstar defensive end is not convinced by the project in Buffalo and would like to win it all alongside his brother. So the Bosa brothers are back. They're back. They're trying to get him to San Fran. The defense can use it, but we're going to see. It's going to be interesting. The free agency market is going to be very interesting, I must say. You got the Bosa brothers looking to reunite. Master at work, my boy. Master at work dropping 2 videos tonight. That's what I'm talking about. Drop that shit, my boy. Drop it. All right. You see everybody going right, and you know the person going left. Okay. I don't listen to it anyway, so. Well, she all right. Yeah, let's not get too far into. Yeah. I don't understand the discourse around Diego Pavia. We get so obsessed with measurables, forget the most important thing: tape. Can he play? Does he have the right intangibles? That's what I was saying. I mean, watching him do his thing, shit. Okay, I got lost with that video right now. Sorry, but that don't make sense. Okay. Mac Brown really considered starting. Where does he rank among the QBs? His coach question might be where he ranked all the time. That was a hell of a what's his name? Mm-mm-mm. Hell no. Keep that shit in a while. Keep that shit in a while. Kenneth Walker and JSN players to score in the Super Bowl. It's going to be interesting. Well, they are being sold. It's public record. We broke that news the other night when he talked about selling this team, and they sold them. Belichick break it down. Shanahan and Coop as coaching tree. There's games down the way. These Belichick is it's hard to even fathom the fact that they did my boy like that. These two came from the same cut. You never know. First Super Bowl, guys. First Super Bowl. Look at this. Will Campbell. Look at the Patriots. The first fucking Super Bowl. Let's go. Go Pats. Hit that like button. Hit that sub up to the channel button if you don't mind. Welcome everybody to the late night. We've gone through two subjects, and we're gonna leave it right there. As guys, legendary coach Bruce Arians will have open heart surgery. We all we got, we all we need. Go Pats, we're in the Super Bowl. Remember, go Pats, we're in the Super Bowl. Will Campbell looks ready. Where the hell is this at? I want to go there. All right, Terrell Williams will be on the sideline, guys. He's beat cancer. We kicked cancer's ass 8 days until Super Bowl 60. 8 days until Super Bowl 60. Bobby is a short guy, but it makes him the one guy. So Sam Darnold does not care about the teams. Doesn't care to have a grudge against the teams that buried him. It's good because Sam's now officially playing in a Super Bowl before a lot of people. It's crazy just to think about it. Defense matters, folks. Drake May or Sam Darnold will be a Super Bowl champion before Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, or Joe Burrow. Sorry, it is what it is. All right, so the Titans will be a serious threat in 2026. Salah, Dayball, and I forgot. I don't think they announced their DC yet. But second year Cam Ward, number 4 overall pick, the most cap space in the league. That's crazy, bro. Mm-mm-mm. And the little shits get a little name for themselves, but cats do some magic shit, apparently. Mm-mm-mm. Do you want to tarnish a legacy by transferring? Nope. He will be going to the draft. Oh my goodness, they are fucking wasted someplace, probably still to this day. Mm. Give it to Edelman, double pass it. Mm-mm-mm. All right, this is East West Shrine Bowl. Coming off that edge, that rush, boy, look at that. Mm-mm. John Harbaugh said Giants have already started short-term plans on terms of salary cap working extensively on free agents. Okay, let's see how much money they're gonna save because Bud Air, they're not that bad. I see. That's the thing. That's what made me go down this rabbit hole. You can't say Shador Sanders is going to be the starter if Deshaun Watson is going to be back, and they're going to want to get something on that return before. That's just burnt money. It literally is no good. Right, do baby, chop, chop, chop. All right, let's see before we get up out of here. Anything else pops up on there? All right. What's going on in here? Okay, we know my pets. Go Pats. Go Pats. Go Pats. All right. That's pretty much All she wrote for that one. So what did we learn today? Nothing. What did we do today? Everything. Went around this motherfucker and we found out a whole lot. So thank y'all, man. It's another late night NFL coaching carousel. The hires, the drama, all the stuff that's still going on. We got some kind of understanding, but right now, it is what it is. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow with Patriot Blitz as we get ready for the send-off from Foxborough and maybe some highlights from the Shriners Bowl as well. But thank you for tuning in. Please, when you come through the door and if you catch this on the rewatch, hit that like button, sub up to the channel, and remember, go Pats. Stay tuned, stay clutch. We go.